China just confirmed what NASA has been desperately trying to hide, and the truth about 3i Atlas is far more alarming than anyone imagined. In a classified briefing that was leaked to international media, Chinese space officials revealed findings about Atlas that completely shatter the interstellar comet narrative we've been fed for months. According to China's analysis, Atlas isn't just artificial, it's actively hostile, and it's been preparing for something catastrophic since the moment it entered our solar system. The leaked briefing documents contain evidence that Atlas has been deploying weapons systems, establishing attack positions, and systematically mapping Earth's defensive capabilities. This isn't a scientific expedition or peaceful first contact. According to China's assessment, this is reconnaissance preceding invasion. NASA detected the same evidence weeks ago. They chose to classify it and hoped the situation would resolve quietly. China decided the world deserves to know what's really approaching Earth, and what they've confirmed is absolutely terrifying. Atlas isn't the fascinating mystery scientists have been studying. It's the advanced wave of something far larger, far more organized, and far more dangerous than anyone publicly acknowledged. And we have less time than we thought. The leaked briefing documents lay out China's findings in devastating detail, and every piece of evidence points toward the same nightmare scenario. Atlas is a military asset conducting pre-invasion operations. China's analysis confirms that Atlas has deployed over 200 objects throughout the solar system over the past 8 weeks. NASA characterized these as scientific probes or observation instruments. China's assessment is far darker. These are weapons platforms establishing strategic positions. The deployment pattern isn't random. Each object positions itself at locations that provide optimal coverage of Earth's orbital space. Together they create an overlapping network that gives Atlas, or whatever controls it, complete surveillance and engagement capability across Earth's entire orbital path. A military space analyst who reviewed the leaked documents described the pattern as textbook orbital bombardment positioning. Assets placed at specific coordinates to maximize striking ability while maintaining defensive coverage. Atlas has spent 2 months building exactly that kind of network. The objects aren't just passive sensors either. China's spectroscopic analysis reveals they contain dense metallic cores surrounded by high-energy power systems. That's the signature of kinetic weapons, objects designed to be dropped on targets at high velocity, releasing enormous destructive energy on impact. But the weapons deployment is only part of what China confirmed. Atlas itself has been systematically mapping Earth's defense infrastructure. Every time it transmits electromagnetic signals we've been trying to decode, it's simultaneously conducting active radar scans of Earth's surface. China tracked Atlas's scanning patterns over 3 weeks. The object focused intensive attention on military installations, nuclear facilities, communications hubs, power grid infrastructure, and satellite ground stations. It wasn't conducting general scientific observation, it was identifying critical targets. An intelligence analyst explained that Atlas is building a target database, identifying which installations to strike first to cripple Earth's ability to coordinate defense. Power grids, communications, command centers, the day one targets in any invasion scenario. Atlas has been systematically cataloging them all. Perhaps most damning, China detected Atlas testing Earth's response capabilities. On 3 separate occasions, Atlas released small objects on trajectories that brought them close to military satellites. Each time, defense networks tracked the objects but took no action. Atlas was probing our defenses, seeing what triggers responses and what doesn't. China's analysis of the objects Atlas deployed reveals capabilities that are frankly terrifying. These aren't primitive kinetic impactors. They're sophisticated weapon systems, using technology we can barely comprehend. Each deployed object generates powerful electromagnetic fields that China's analysis suggests could disable electronics across hundreds of miles. If activated simultaneously, the 200-plus objects positioned around Earth could create electromagnetic pulses that would fry every unshielded electronic system on the planet. Computers, phones, power grids, satellites, everything going dark. No internet, no communications, no electricity, no way to coordinate defense or evacuation. That's what Atlas has positioned itself to do with a single command. But the electromagnetic capability is just the beginning. The objects also appear capable of directing focused energy beams, essentially space-based lasers or particle beam weapons. China detected test firings from several objects aimed at asteroids and space debris. The targets were vaporized instantly. A weapons systems engineer who reviewed China's data described the implications. Directed energy weapons with power outputs exceeding anything in Earth's arsenal by orders of magnitude. One of these objects could destroy a city from orbit. 200 of them could wipe out every major population center simultaneously. The kinetic threat is equally severe. Each object, massing between 10 and 50 tons, is positioned in orbits that could drop them on Earth's surface within hours of receiving attack orders. At orbital velocities, even a 10-ton object hits with the force of a nuclear weapon. Atlas has positioned the equivalent of hundreds of nuclear-level impacts ready to be deployed. China's tracking also revealed that these objects are networking. They communicate with each other constantly, creating a distributed command system where destroying some doesn't disable the network. It's exactly how you design a resilient weapons array meant to survive counterattacks. But perhaps the most chilling finding is that the objects are autonomous. They're not receiving constant commands from Atlas. They're making decisions independently, following pre-programmed protocols, ready to execute attack sequences without further orders. That means even if we somehow destroyed Atlas itself, these weapons would remain active and capable. We'd need to eliminate 200+ independently operating weapons platforms scattered across Earth's orbital space, a task far beyond our current capability. China's analysis of Atlas itself reveals capabilities that make it far more dangerous than its deployed weapons network. The main object appears to be a mobile command platform with offensive capabilities of its own. Atlas's propulsion system is unlike anything human engineers have conceptualized. China's observations show it can accelerate to speeds approaching 50,000 mph and decelerate just as rapidly, all with no visible exhaust or thermal signature. That suggests a propulsion technology based on physics we don't understand, possibly manipulating gravity or space-time itself. That kind of propulsion makes Atlas virtually impossible to target. Our fastest missiles would take hours to reach its current position, during which Atlas could easily relocate. Intercepting something that can accelerate faster than anything we've built is effectively impossible with current technology. But Atlas's defensive capabilities extend beyond speed. China detected what appears to be an active defense system, energy fields that deflect incoming objects, and charged particle beams that could destroy missiles or projectiles approaching the object. A defense contractor who reviewed the analysis made a grim assessment. Atlas appears invulnerable to anything we could throw at it. Kinetic weapons, it can dodge or intercept them. Nuclear weapons, the same. Directed energy, it has shielding we can't penetrate. We're looking at a target we literally cannot hit with existing weapons. Atlas's offensive capabilities are equally formidable. The same directed energy systems that provide defense can be turned toward offensive purposes. China detected Atlas test firing what appeared to be a high-powered beam weapon at a small asteroid roughly 100 meters across. It was completely vaporized. If Atlas can vaporize a 100-meter asteroid from millions of miles away, it can certainly destroy anything on Earth's surface it chooses to target. Cities, military bases, infrastructure, all vulnerable to weapons we can't defend against from a platform we can't destroy. China's briefing also confirms that Atlas is part of a larger system. The transmissions Atlas sends aren't just local communications with its deployed objects. Some appear directed toward deep space, possibly communicating with additional assets or reporting back to whoever sent it. That means Atlas might not be alone. There could be additional objects already in our solar system that we haven't detected yet, or reinforcements on the way that will arrive shortly. After Atlas completes its reconnaissance phase, the leaked documents describe this as a multi-phase operation, with Atlas representing advanced reconnaissance and infrastructure deployment. In military terms, that means Atlas is the scouting force preparing for a main invasion fleet. China's confirmation transforms Atlas from a fascinating scientific mystery into an immediate existential threat and reveals that everything we thought we knew about this situation was wrong. For months, the narrative has been cautiously optimistic, that Atlas might be artificial but peaceful, perhaps explorers studying our solar system. China's analysis destroys that hopeful narrative. Atlas isn't here to study us. It's here to conquer, exploit, or eliminate us.